30 million ooze.
Minute and a half gone here in the first period. Slash, the only team on the board as far as shots go, 2-0. They lead the Steelers. Face-off going to come to the right of Misty Ray. That'll be won by St. Albert. Meffam from the point takes that shot in a save. Not handled clearly. Puck is loose and an open net goal for Grinnell. No, that would be Cassidy Rhodes.
Yes, now getting 2 goals this season. 2 goals, 2 assists. A nice double-double, if I do say so myself.
And St. Albert on the board early. Not even 2 minutes gone in this contest. We've got ourselves a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I think Misty Ray would definitely love to have back. And that just kind of shows just getting a shot on net. Anything can happen.
Yeah, the original shot not handled cleanly. I had a chance to cover that one, but unfortunately St. Albert, no one told them that Halloween's over. They were knocking on the doorstep of Misty Ray. Lloyd trying to get the attack going now, but that one's going to be an icing.
Yes, quick face-off right from the point. Right on in this Tim Hortons replay, and yet just Misty Ray definitely would love to have that one back.
Meffam will get credit with one of the assists. I didn't see the other. We'll get the official stat sheet for that after the first period and your scoring recap. Puck trickles out of the St. Albert zone. Pisani first on it to get it back into the Lloyd zone. It'll be that top line of Boucher, Goodwin, and McDonald out there for the Slash. Working behind the net, it comes out to Goodwin. She'll backhand that one in. Gorgson's gonna have to play that up, but not out. Defensive miscommunication for the Slash, and that puck will be played out of play before Lloyd gets a chance to start getting something on net. 2.5 minutes gone here, partner. What have we not seen from Lloyd so far that they haven't been able to get anything established in the St. Albert zone? Is it just missing bodies in the lineup?
It could certainly be that. They are missing the league leader in goals, Jaden Morton, which is a key loss for them. She's always getting a danger on the ice, and even that one body not there totally can change the way the players are reacting on the lines.
Totally agree with you, John. And she really is the straw that stirs the drink here for the Lloyd Steelers. We'll see who steps up tonight for them. Lloyd in the St. Albert zone. Touch pass there is picked off by Reich. She'll send it around the boards. Up but not out. Good job by Pollard to keep that one in. Wallen put the pressure on Smith, but she'll get that one up ahead. Hall a little lackadaisical, and Pollard ends up with the puck. Pollard takes it to cut to the net, but that puck knocked off her stick by Smith. Attack still on as that shot is blocked by Reich.
Incredible defensive play from Smith there. Just getting the stick right on the puck and just getting it out of that high slot danger.
And if you're Pollard, your right-hand shot, maybe if with a left-hand stick you're able to pull that one around, but you really got to get that shot off, especially when your team's not even on the board yet. That pass picked by Brzezowski. Now, Brzezowski had a huge game last time the Slash were missing a bunch of players. That one came against Wisconsin.
Yes, Team Wisconsin. That was the time that they won 5-0, beat an entire state, all firing on all cylinders.
Lloyd working behind the own net. Pass up for Patterson is picked by Cadu. Ends up back on the stick of Patterson, who's going to try and dump it behind, but there comes Pisani reaching in. She gets drilled. And that puck's going to come all the way back down for another icing. That's the third one charged against Lloyd here, and we're not even 5 minutes into this contest.
Yeah, you definitely see Lloyd trying to just get something started, and that one crucial pass just flies over the stick, and then you got to get another icing there.
And top line of St. Albert will come back out there. Referee didn't like that drop, so we're going to redo the face-off here. 15:51 remaining here. First period action. It's 1-0 for the St. Albert Slash. Face-off eventually won by St. Albert. Boucher doing a good job to recover for her team there. Rubbed out by Davidson, but the puck is still loose. Goodwin's in a battle for it. She got Deriz staring at her. Boucher's in to help out. Comes at the point from Meffam. She's got an assist in this contest. Pass for Goodwin, unable to connect, and the Lloyd Steelers can't foil the zone. Boucher makes a move, cuts around, tries to get to the center of the net, and she'll get rubbed out there by Jacqueline Scott. Good defensive play just to get enough of the bodies. The pass comes through centering. Puck is still loose. Chance there again for St. Albert, but now it's Lloyd that's coming the other way. It's Sandberg. She's just going to dump that one and go on a foot race, but Pisani's going to get there first. You see that heads up? It's just the little things that Pisani does. She knows that the defender's going to come streaking around the left side, so instead of just taking that puck and trying to wheel with it, she just wisely dumps it to her partner, Mepham, avoiding any trouble. Pollard on it. That pass picked by Reich. Couple of steals so far in this one. Pisani across for Lisi's, who's got that puck lost in her skates. Backhand pass up ahead for Hall. Hall's got to beat out Gorgson to the puck, and Gorgson leaning strong, but look at the balance of Hall to stay on her feet. Olivia Mann in there battling. Her sister Madeline not in the lineup today. Another massing. She's not at the U18. She's at a scratch today with injury.
Whoa, it's quite a little bit of action back and forth, and not quite used to non-whistles right away. Definitely, you're seeing Lloydminster. They're almost, it's just that last little piece of the puzzle is just not connecting. They can't get anything started. It almost seems like they're a little bit on their heels, and of course, St. Albert's buzzing.
That they are. St. Albert's 7-0, looking to make it 8-0. Lloyd sitting in fourth place in the standings right now. They're 3-4. Different tale from the team last year, but still quite a competitive squad. There's no way they're going to go away without a fight here.
Yeah, definitely, especially knowing the shortened bench. They want to do everything in their power.
Isley had a chance to make it to the puck there, but disrupted. Centering pass picked off by Cadu. Welch trying to get that one across. Smith flips that one up ahead for the goal scorer, Rhodes, but she's bumped off the puck by Jacqueline Scott and makes a move and sends it out, but it's picked off by McDonald. McDonald walks in, takes a shot, glove save. Misty Ray had to make sure she had control of it this time.
Yeah, that's definitely going to calm you down as a goalie. You always hate to see that. Let's see this one more time on that Tim Hortons replay. Just perfect pass, not to a Lloydminster player, no, but to St. Albert. But get that puck, try to calm down a little bit, get your breath back into it and start focusing again.
She had Allie Isley open on the left side, but just couldn't get any air on that pass. Just too easy to pick off when the puck stays on the ice. Still in a battle, Goodwin. She's seen a lot of the ice tonight, and she's back out there. Has her pocket picked by Sandberg, and a battle still ensuing. Boucher taking out a Lloyd player, and then running Jacqueline Scott. Getting away with a couple of rough plays there is Boucher. Scott now behind her net. She had that crucial turnover just moments ago. She has her pocket picked once again. It comes out to Boucher. That one's off the outside of the post. Close call there for Lloyd. St. Albert's going to make a change. They're just going to throw it back in the Lloyd zone, challenge him to get out in time. And it's one thing we're not seeing. St. Albert went for a full five-body change, and Lloyd couldn't get out of their own zone, even though they had full control of the puck. They've got to start spreading out the offense a little more. Because that pass is picked by Gilby, and Gilby's in a foot race. She's staring at Mepham, though. And she'll just send that one into the corner. Mepham has her pocket picked by Pollard, sends it out front for Robertson. Couldn't get a shot off, but she still worked with the puck. Tries to cut to the center of the net. Passes it off to Pollard. Up to the point for Mann. Mann's shot doesn't find its way through. Ali Reich, good stick in front. Grinnell tries to leave that one for the defenseman. She'll get muscled off the puck. Wallen's in there to help out for Lloyd. So Robertson kicks it free. This Robertson, Pollard, and Ali Isley line has been the most consistent so far for Lloyd tonight, and they're going to draw an icing, and that puck will come all the way back into the St. Albert zone.
Yeah, when you're talking about just needing that that little bounce that Lloydminster needed, just getting that puck right back into the zone and starting to actually set up and have some semblance of an offense. It's good to see a little bit of pressure here. We'll see if they can sustain that.
11:34 here. Lloyd still looking for their first shot in net in this one. St. Albert leads them 6-0. Face-off eventually won by St. Albert, and Jacqueline Scott will pound that one back in for Welch. Gets it over to Isley. Back down for Welsh. She's got Patterson in front. Tries to find her. That one poked by Mabel Maltese. Another shot comes in. It's a bouncer. She had to be sharp there, as you can't trust a bouncing puck, especially in this building. Rhodes coming in the other way. Tried to leave it for Brzezowski. Just a little out of reach. And Jacqueline Scott, she's going to get there first, but she has that one stolen out for Rhodes in front, and that one couldn't get a shot off. Good stick by Davidson in front for Lloyd. Saved a quality opportunity for St. Albert. Pass picked at the line once again. Lloyd having trouble getting out of their zone, and Boucher's going to try and pick the corner and sends that one high and wide. McDonald back down for Boucher. That puck just escapes the line. Smith got 85% of it, but it wasn't enough. For Lloyd, you got to see the feet moving there. Everyone's flat-footed. It's hard to get out of the zone when you don't have the skates going, and part of that could be due to fatigue, as next time we pan by the bench, take a look, there are a lot of bodies missing on both sides.
Yeah, it just seems like, but you got to also make those passes. I think Lloydminster's completed more passes to St. Albert than to their own players.
That's true, and that's a little bit of worry. You're looking up a little too quick. You got to keep your head on a swivel, start thinking about the pass before it comes to you. As another blind pass goes through that's picked at the blue line, you can't just hope and pray. As Hall left right in front, and that one is blocked in front by Gorickson. Full credit to the D, and another pass to nobody as that shot comes in just wide. Smith looking for a tip.
I've never seen something like this, Wyatt. It's just, yeah, I think Lloydminster's got about a 70% pass completion rate to St. Albert.
Looking like a former Bills quarterback, Nathan Peterman, as another turnover comes in here. Ali Reich stopping in front, takes that shot, glove, and just over the net. Misty Ray keeping her team in this one. Another pass in front. Pisani couldn't get good enough wood on that one. St. Albert coming in waves as another centering pass goes out to Hall. She's in the slot move from the left circle. Winds up, takes that shot high and just over the shoulder. Lloyd not doing themselves any favors early. They're getting outworked and out-hustled by St. Albert so far. 9 minutes to go here in the first period. Miri Lisi's at the point, dumps that one in. That pass again picked at the blue line. That one by Cadu, and Cadu's going to fight for that puck against Wallen. Back behind that for Mann. That pass ahead for Pollard, intercepted by McDonald, and that is eventually cleared. I think that one's going to roll just far enough for icing. And
Wyatt, this has been something else. Yeah, Misty Ray needing to make some big saves, and you know what? That's the thing that you might just need. Just a couple of that glove save, just something to latch on to try to get some semblance of momentum back. But Lloydminster needing something or anything to go right for them this period.
Face off to the right of Ray. Ice is tilted so far in this one. Top line to St. Albert back out there, centering feed for McDonald. Doesn't reach Boucher. Another chance. Fans on it. Gets another shot off, and that one's a save. Misty Ray had to look behind herself. Wasn't sure if she got that one.
Yeah, it's just like you can just see St. Albert just right on everybody and almost all alone. Right in that slot and just fanned on it. That would have been a goal. As it looks like Lloydminster taking a much needed timeout. They need something.
Shots 8-1 so far in this one, and I'm still not sure where the one came from.
I think it was the bouncing puck, the one that was just bouncing, and that might have gone off of more St. Albert players than actual Lloyd players. Yeah, this was a smart timeout. That's what all I was going through. I was going to ask you, Wyatt, how are the timeouts working in this league? But yeah, definitely a much needed timeout for Lloydminster. That's for sure.
When you're only down 1-0, you haven't played up to the standard of the St. Albert Slash so far tonight. Now's the time. You're 100% correct. Call a timeout, settle your group down, let them know, hey, we've got to get our feet moving. We've got to work on our first passes because they've been sending blind darts up the middle of the ice, and it's only a matter of time before one of these capitalizes and turns into a goal.
Yeah, this is the same team that their season opener played matched pace to pace with St. Albert until the last period. It's a very different Lloydminster squad. They just look out of it.
Now, one thing we're not seeing is the physicality from Lloyd. They really brought it to St. Albert last time, and it made their lives a living hell on the ice. And so far, you haven't seen a lot of that pushing and shoving, and maybe that's what Lloyd needs to do to get back into this one. Start bringing a bit of the sandpaper to the game. Donald pass across to Smith. She's got opens. Finds McDonald. That one pounded back into the St. Albert zone. Smith's going to find the open corner. Oakes unable to play that pass cleanly, and now McDonald's going to get a chance here, walk into the zone, has to settle the puck down. Shot does not reach the net. Ali Reich overskated that puck. And now it's Lloyd coming the other way. 2-on-1 developing, but Grinnell's off the bench. DeRees takes that shot and it scores off the post and in. There it is, partner. Lloyd's tied this one up.
Yeah, that timeout, as mentioned, much needed just to calm down. Excellent passing. See, now you finally get a good pass on this Tim Hortons replay. DeRees, perfect placement, unreal. As a goalie, you're trying to track where's the puck going. Are they going to pass it? Are they going to pass it? Great job just holding on to it and getting that solid shot right into that lower corner.
Excellent job is using Jade Pisani as a screen. Shot it between her legs, and poor Pisani had a defensive change. Her partner was going. Grinnell was the other defenseman. She was trying to direct her, and maybe it took her eyes off the puck for just a second. Either way, Lloyd has capitalized, and it's a whole new hockey game here, 1-1. And there's the rough stuff we like to see.
Yeah, a little bit of pushing and shoving, a little bit of how do you do. I think a little bit of frustration, of course, from St. Albert as we look at this Tim Hortons replay. Just buzzing all over there. It suddenly looks like a different team after that timeout.
We'll see if they can keep the pressure up here. 7.5 minutes left to go here in the first period. We got a 1-1 hockey game. Shots 8-3 in favor of the St. Albert Slash. Face-off will be won by the Slash. Gets it over to Brzezowski, but not out. Sandberg keeping that one in, but has her pass picked off. Here comes Jade Cadu working up the right side. Gets that lead pass up ahead to Smith. Smith getting some separation from Mam. Moves to her backhand, gets a shot off. And Lloyd will clear that puck all the way down the ice. That one going off the post.
Yes, the closest icing I've ever seen from not becoming an icing. Oh, there we go. There's a different energy now. You can kind of see it too on the bench as we watch on this Tim Hortons replay. Just getting a shot on net. That's really at that point. You just want to try to get something going. Yeah, that's especially after letting a goal in like that. That deflates you.
Slash had their foot on the gas pedal, and now it's the Lloydminster Steelers' turn to do the same. See if they can continue the pressure on St. Albert. Flip pass up ahead. Boucher couldn't connect that one on the bobbling puck. Goodwin, she's going to take a lap, tries to center, but Wallen picks that one off and gives her a shot. No call on the ice. Kyra McDonald, she's going to take a step around the net. Meets a couple of Lloyd bodies, and the physicality really ramping up in this one as Pollard gives Pisani a shot as well. And partner, it looks like a whole different Lloyd team from what started this period. Head coach must have had some coffee on the bench. Of course, they're from Tim Hortons. And now the girls are all pipped in. They're stepping ready to go as we take a look here at the Tim Hortons replay. And you see that shot that Pisani just took. High hit, but refs are going to let that one go early on in this one.
Yeah, refs are certainly keeping their whistles in their pocket right now, other than the 30 icings we had at the start of the period.
Pace of play really picking up in this one as a flip pass goes down, and Patterson's going to split the group. Goaltender doesn't sure what to do. She does come out and make the stop, and Patterson makes a spill there. Mabel Maltese wasn't too sure how fast that puck was coming down and had to make a split-second decision.
Whoa, and yeah, that's always scary. You don't know what's going to happen. Nicely done, though, from Lloydminster not to just run the goalie, actually sort of stopping a little bit once the puck got covered.
Patterson, one of the most considerate players in this league, up for the Lady Bing. 5:59 left here to go. First period, face-off to the right of Maltese. St. Albert wins that one, gets it up ahead to Reich. Reich chops it past the Hall. It doesn't reach. Good job by Mann to disrupt that one. And Lloyd will play it back into the St. Albert zone. Hall giving a shove to Patterson. Had a chance that almost developed just a few seconds ago. And now it's Grinnell. Send it in. Reich overskates that one. Has to get back on side, and she will, but St. Albert's going to have to make a change and dump that puck into the Lloyd zone. And one major difference I've noticed between this Lloyd team of 5 minutes ago and now is using the boards a lot to make that first pass out of the zone. Before, they were just sending them through the middle of the ice and hoping for the best, and now they're not giving St. Albert the quality chances right in the middle, because as we know, the slot is the best place to score goals.
Yeah, and you're definitely seeing the bodies. You know, you're starting to see a little bit more of that physicality, and it's giving St. Albert a bunch of grief when there's a Lloydminster player running right into you.
Well, it's got to be hard after the first 10 minutes of the game. You thought you were just walking this team, and now they've come with a bit of fight back, and they've tied this one up, and St. Albert's going to have to stay on their heels.
As I mentioned the last game, a little bit of a rope-a-dope, a little bit being like, oh, we don't know what we're doing, but now all of a sudden, bam, here's the Lloydminster of last month coming back hard, keeping pace with St. Albert.
Face off at the blue line, tied up in the referee's skates, and it will be won by St. Albert. Pisani chop pass over to Sandberg, picked off. She'll dump that one in, but Lloyd going for a change, so she's just going to try and put some pressure on in the meantime. Up ahead for Rhodes, picked off by Gorgson. And now it's Brzezowski. Nice pass there ahead to Rhodes. Rhodes trying to create some separation. Can't. That puck is loose and cleared by Gorgson, but we're going to have a penalty coming up. That'll be Jacqueline Scott going to the box. That'll be 2 minutes for hooking.
Yeah, if we're talking about a smart penalty to make, that might have been it. It could have been just an all one-on-one, but, well, sometimes you got to make those penalties. Sometimes you just got to take it.
Yeah, good penalty to take, especially, break up the potential breakaway. Give your goaltender a bit of a break. She's been busy so far in this one, already 8 of 9 saves in this one. Isley behind her net. Couple of bodies coming in. McDonald down, a pinch for St. Albert. Lloyd's going to attempt to clear this one, but it'll be held by Jenna Goodwin. Leaves it for Smith. Back over to Goodwin. Fakes the pass, goes down low to McDonald. Can't handle that one cleanly. She got Davidson draped all over her, wearing her like a cape. Puck back up to Goodwin, makes a cut, and she's going to go to the center. Take that shot, and it'll be saved. Goaltender Misty Ray with a few choice words for Kyra McDonald, who got in her grill after that one.
Yeah, a little bit of, once again, how do you do? This has been certainly a physical game as we watch on this Tim Hortons replay. A little love tap to the glove. Goalies don't like that.
No, I got to say as a goaltender, it's the worst. Don't touch me.
I made the save. That's I did enough.
Puck is loose, and nobody knew where it was for a second as it comes over to Reich. Reich wide open, and a save there, and actually a block shot by Mann. Impressive. And that puck almost skips out to Pollard, who would have been off to the races. A minute gone in this power play for St. Albert. Couple of quality chances, but nothing's reached the net. Patterson back in. She'll just dump that one down. Lloyd making a penalty-killing change. Sandy behind her own net. She's been washed by Gilby. Gets it over to Meffam. Cross ice to Reich. Reich will step in across the line. She's got 2 Lloyd bodies right in front of her. She's going to have to hustle to get that puck back, and does. Over to Hall, who's making a trip around the net. She got Lisi's at the point. Smith at the other. Goes across for Reich. Reich trying to feed that one ahead to Grinnell, but a good stick in front. Morgan Davidson. Ali Reich, another shot looking for a tip for Grinnell. Once again, Lisi's a good job to keep that puck in play. Hall working behind her own net. 10 seconds remaining here on the power play for St. Albert. Meffam. Couple of bodies as Davidson's going to pin this one while she's waiting for the penalty to expire, and Lloyd's back to 5-on-5 as a shot comes in and went over the shoulder array from behind the net. Another shot comes in. She'll steer that one aside. She has been busy so far in this one. Power play's over for St. Albert, but they're remaining in this Lloyd zone, and they will get that one out. Good job by Lloyd. Just found the one open hole as it's played back in, and Cadew's going to get on it first. Cadew stops up, makes Scott miss. Scott sticking with the play, though. A bunch of bodies working for that puck, and it would be Scott that comes out with it. Pass to a partner out of reach, and Kyler McDonald gets there first over to Rhodes. Rhodes takes that shot, looking for a tip from Brzezowski just wide. Cadu behind her net. She's got Rhodes in front. That pass picked in front, but now it's again picked off. He's hard to make a first pass tonight for either team. Lloyd making a change. St. Albert looking to take advantage. Cadu steps in. Cadu, center of the ice, takes that shot, save it. It's in front of her once again. Puck is still loose. Misty Ray having some problems with rebound control tonight, and it cost her team 1 goal. Another shot comes in, and that puck just gets saved by Ray. She is in excellent position to make that save, and she does.
Yeah, you can let a rebound happen. Just make sure you get the next one and hold on to that. Absolutely, yeah, the great shot, but yeah, just once again trying to get that coverage and just that pressure, but right onto the crest, hold on to that, get another face-off. Try to get out of this period. They're starting to see shades of that Lloydminster team at the start of the game. They're getting flat-footed again. They're making weird passes to nobody, and St. Albert's trying to get that little deflating goal with less than a minute left.
And it's going to be a war of attrition here tonight. See who's left at the end of this one. It's going to be some tired bodies by the time we get into the third. Face-off won by St. Albert. Mepham, another shot comes in, but that one's just wide, picked up by McDonald. Over to Davidson, who gets that pass up ahead for Pollard. Pollard trying to get some separation. Gets a stick up into the face of Mepham. No call on the play. Wallen working against the wall. 1 minute left here to go in the first period. Got a bunch of bodies working for that puck. It will be St. Albert that comes up with it, and they'll rim it around the boards. Kyra McDonald tipped that one out. She'll make a change. Oki trying to get that one up across, sends it into her own bench, and with a minute left here, 43 seconds to be exact, a chance for each team to get back on the board and take a lead before we head into the second period.
This has been a very whiplash period. It starts off all St. Albert, then Lloyd, and then it's all St. Albert again. Now it's just a quick back and forth.
Face off to the right of the goaltender, Ray. That'll be won by Lloyd. Drop pass is picked off by Hall. She's going to do a full lap around the ice. Tries to flip one on. That one hit Reich in front, and that will be covered by Ray.
Yeah, nothing better than a fun little knuckle puck to try to sneak it by the goalie, but Misty Ray making sure no rebound this time.
30 seconds remaining here. St. Albert will remain in the Lloyd zone as the referee's checking the post, making sure they're still tight. Grinnell, Reich, and Hall still out there for St. Albert. Face-off will be a draw, but it'll come out to the St. Albert blue line, and Lisi's will play that one in for Reich. Reich down low for Grinnell. She's got passing options in front. Another shot comes in just wide. Kelsey Hall has had a number of chances here to net, but hasn't been able to hit the net so far, as we got 10 seconds remaining in the period. Lloyd just looking to get out of their own zone. Pass is picked off. Questionable one there with the time remaining, but that is going to do it for the first period here. Chances back and forth. It was St. Albert with the 1-0 lead, and the Lloydminster Steelers come back and tie it in this one.
Yeah, its shots are 14-4. But yeah, Lloydminster, I think, was just hoping to get out of this period and at least get a little bit of a break and get their legs back into it.
And that they will. They're going to have some time to rest up, and so will we as we head into the second intermission. My name is Wyatt Ziegler. I'm your play-by-play guy tonight. Donovan Ekstrom is my color man. Alex Testowich is our switch, and Rob Zitlow is the director. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast, and we'll be back for the second period. Take a look at our first period highlights brought to you by Tim Hortons. See a goal here. Meffam with the original shot. Ray having a little bit of trouble handling that one. Comes right out to Cassidy Rhodes, who's never had an easier goal in her life.
Yeah, as mentioned, probably wants that puck back very much. And then, of course, these plays of just terrible passing from Lloydminster and just non-stop St. Albert.
Yeah, Lloyd's really got to work this period on moving their feet. And here's a play where they really did. Lana DeRees, using the defender as a screen, rips one past Maple Maltese, and that was the equalizer in this one, as we only had one goal apiece on the other sides, and that was pretty much it from the Lloyd offense. Had a couple of extra shots, but nothing as far as a danger opportunity, and you're going to have to get more of those on net if you want to beat Maltese. Excellent goaltender, rookie goaltender this year, and she's already got a shutout this year. As we take another look at Tim Hortons replay, and a little bit of indecision, a last-second decision, and
yes,
saved a quality chance and almost got ran over in the process.
Yeah, it's being a goalie, everyone says, oh, it's easy. You guys are just sitting back there the whole time. We're barely doing anything. Oh, actually, putting the life on the line to make sure no goals get in.
So we start the second period the way we started the first one, with a tie, but with a couple extra goals on the board. Is that almost came in and was almost shot in on the goaltender by our own defenseman. Oh my, what a way that would have been to start this period. Is they're still checking her pads for that puck.
Yeah, I need to see this one more time on the Tim Hortons replay. Just off of the back end of the stick up, and it just gets kind of caught up in the goalie's equipment. That's a blessing. That did not go, and that would have been one of the weirdest starts to a hockey period I've ever seen if that happened.
Whew, and I tell you, those boards behind the goaltender Ray are alive. I've never seen more odd bounces in my life than off of these boards here at the Go Auto Arena.
Lots of 90 and 180 degree just bounces right back. It's a very odd. They don't really go around the boards.
Well, they say hockey is a game of bounces, and you got to get lucky to be good. And so far, both teams have been good tonight. Smith, hard pass up to head to Boucher. That one flipped in, and Goodwin's going to sneak in behind the defense. She's got man. Uses a screen, takes that shot, and that'll be saved, kicked aside by Ray. Already tested early on by not only her own team, but St. Albert as well. Robertson comes out with it for Lloyd. She's going to step across the line herself. Willen just onside. Pollard behind the net. She'll battle with Pisani. Puck is still loose there. Both teams doing their best to try and grab a whistle here, and it will be Lloyd that comes out with it, but only momentarily as St. Albert slaps that one in. Kyra McDonald on the puck. That pass picked by Pollard. She'll send it back in. Robertson will grab it behind the St. Albert net. Tries to center it. That one went off the net. Would have been a quality chance for Wallen in front. Both teams will make changes as Oakes goes in, and Hall will slap that pass off her. Tries to get it ahead to Reich, and that one just out of reach. Reich would have been all alone in front of the goaltender as that puck is played out of play by Smith.
Yeah, lots of fast, frantic action to start off this second, Wyatt. It goes back and forth. Hard to really tell who's got the advantage right now. I think that Lloydminster desperately needed that break, and they've gotten after the first intermission. They're finally getting back into it.
A little more pep in their step to start this period. That pass intended for Isley doesn't reach her, and St. Albert's going to pound it back into the Lloyd zone. Jacqueline Scott worked behind her own net. Lead pass up to Isley. Had to spin to reach that one. It'll be Meffam for St. Albert who comes out with it. Up ahead to Reich, who was trying to direct traffic and was able to control that pass. Takes a stop, and she's bumped off the puck. Welch, good defensive job there, and she gets it over to Davidson. Davidson has Isley. Tried to find her, and that one's going to go all the way down for an icing.
Yes, active boards and active ice. Lloydminster, the puck just bouncing all over. Fairly difficult to try to just get that nice control.
And for Lloyd, though, you got to do a better job moving the feet. That pass that was intended for Isley. Isley just standing there flat-footed. Even if you get the pass, there's not much you can do with it when you're not moving. Referees will redo that face-off. Lana Duriz winning it for Lloyd. She is the goal scorer on this Lloyd squad. Ripped one home in the first period. That drew things even here in the Go Auto Arena. Callie MacDonald behind the net. She's tripped up. Falls awkwardly into the boards. It's Jade Sandberg that controls, tries to center it, but it was to nobody, and Brzozowski's going to come out with it. That pass almost intercepted, but now it's Rose. She's going to beat Gorgonson. Makes a move around to the right side. Takes that shot off the post. Almost her second of the night. Cassidy Rhodes that close to an extra goal.
That was some of the smoothest stick handling, just like butter, making the defender look silly and just couldn't get it past the post.
Your mind is blown.
Oh, I can't believe it, Wyatt.
Oaksville retreating back in her own zone. Grab that loose puck. She's being watched by Kyra McDonald, and she'll make a move on her. That pass overhead to Wallen. Davidson with it. Bouncing puck is batted out of the air by Pollard. She's going to beat Meffam to it, move to her backhand. Spins that one to the forehand, and just a little late as Robertson was already making that cut across the slot. Goodwin with a head of steam. She's going to grab that puck, tries to make a move in front, and she is shut down. Good job by Emerson Oaks to come back once again, and Goodwin takes a spill there. Puck ends up on a Lloyd stick, 3-on-2 developing. Robertson dumps it into the open corner, go gets it herself. Stick is lifted though by Smith. Great defensive play. Gorgson at her own line, held off Kelsey Hall there. And Lloyd will get it back into the St. Albert zone, but it will be controlled by the Slash. Hall makes a move there. She's got a great set of hands, gets it over to Grinnell. Grinnell wide open, takes that shot, gloved out of the air by Ray.
Yeah, what a crazy action on both sides. Great job, Grinnell, but just a better save from Ray. As we watch on this Tim Hortons replay, great pass. And yeah, all alone, but hoping for that Misty Ray rebound, but that was not the case.
Oh, Grinnell with one goal in the season came close to getting her second off that beautiful feed by Hall. She's got a great set of hands, and she's got great vision as well as that shot comes in just wide. Oaks over to Isley, backhands that one up out of the zone, and that one's going to go down for another icing partner.
Then we'll see if this is going to be the start of some more wonderful icings to start the period, just like the last one. But yeah, shot 16-4. But I will say that Lloydminster is starting to get a little bit back into it. It's less flat-footed, but it's the crucial moments when they just need that pass, and then it's almost the momentary lapse in what they're doing.
Things started to change for them when the physicality was going. And they kind of went away from that to start this period. Not seeing a lot of body on the St. Albert players. They're just trying to be a little too fancy as this one comes back into the Lloyd zone. It's Hall once again on it. Drops that one to no one, and Lloyd's going to get that puck up and out, just hopping over the stick of MacDonald, the defenseman. Puck batted in at the blue line. St. Albert's going to dump that one in as they make a change. Cadu and Rhodes coming over the boards for St. Albert. They've combined for the first goal. Oaks has that puck stripped from her stick by Rhodes. Up ahead to Pisani. Across from her partner, Meffam. Meffam can't handle that pass clean. She wants to use that shot. She's got a long stick and a big frame, and she's able to get a very hard shot off every time as we have a shot come in there. Ref still swallowing the whistle as Cassidy Rhodes creates some separation. Tries to center that one. Batted aside by Lloyd, and they're going to do their best to clear this one, but can't get it past Meffam. Rhodes once again working behind that Lloyd net. Gets it over to Meffam. Meffam settles that puck down, takes a shot, and that's blocked. Patterson sacrificing the body there for her team. I just saw Isley hit Meffam after the play, and that is the first bit of rough stuff that I have seen from Lloyd this period, and I want to see more of it going forward. If they hope to keep up with St. Albert's speed, you got to slow them down too.
Yes, no, they are some of the most one of the most aggressive teams in the AFHL is St. Albert Slash in terms of their speed. They're constantly buzzing. Cadu and Rhodes keeping the puck in, and Rhodes was honestly just killer in that 2 minutes. Just putting that pressure right on Lloyd. They could barely get out of the zone because of her.
We were wondering who from the lineup was going to step up, and so far it's Rhodes in this one. She's got St. Albert's only goal, and she has been a key driving force in this offense. 5 players, of course, missing from the St. Albert side there at the U18s playing for Team Alberta. That's Dale Ross, Brooklyn Schroeder, Jaden Bogdan, Jade Cadu, Natalie Kieser, and Holly Barrett. Looking over on the Lloyd side, and they're down some bodies as well. Alexandria Spence, the defenseman, she's gone. Jaden Morden, their leading scorer, she's gone. And Haley Craig as well, she is also away, as well as Madeline Mann with a injury. So it's both sides a little depleted so far in this one. A bit of extra skating needed, as you got to roll lines a little quicker, and you're out there faster than you expect.
Yeah, definitely, Wyatt, and that's going to be it, capitalizing on those tired legs, those mistakes.
As Goodwin made a look, another one, and she's just going to keep that puck on her stick even longer. Not really challenged as the shot goes in. That puck is loose. Another save by Ray.
Goodwin slicing through like a hot knife through butter. And once again, the puck just bouncing in the air. Ray letting that puck go, but look at that. This unreal play, just getting close into that. Just throw it on net, see what happens. Misty Ray's been known to let that bounce happen.
And why not at this point go for second and third chances, right? That's something we haven't seen from either side. It's been mostly one shot, nothing, but the one goal that we did see St. Albert's score was off a second opportunity. So you want to try and create more of those, whether it's shots at the pads, off the blocker, anything you can do to disrupt Misty Ray's rhythm. Hall working behind the net, gets it up to Grinnell. She'll punch that one over to Smith. Her shot is blocked, but it comes right back to her, and she'll fire it off the glass and keep it in the Lloyd zone. Wallen gets ran through at the wall by Hall there. Puck staying in, a bevy of bodies battling for that one. Who's going to come out with it? And it will be Allie Reich, who taking a little bit of hold. Centering feed there for Hall, just a little behind the play as a shot comes in again, and that one's blocked by Wallen. Gives McDonald an extra shot at the end of the period. The physicality is picking up in this one. Kelsey Hall tries to make a cut behind the net. Grinnell up ahead to Smith. Smith and Grinnell both working there. Got Pollard all over him. Pollard going to have to be a driving force on this Lloyd offense. Now Gorgson behind her net. Gets it ahead to Wallen, but not out as Rhodes comes in, makes a move. She's staring down Gorgson, tired at the end of the shift. Drops her for Brzozowski. Shot comes in. Puck is loose still. Brzozowski in a battle for that one. Backhands it in, but Lloyd will fire that one all the way down the ice. And that will be another icing here as we have 11:37 remaining second period.
Yeah, that felt like a power play for St. Albert. I think it was like 6 consecutive minutes as we look here on our Tim Hortons replay. And just non-stop pressure from St. Albert. High slot, shooting it on the net, seeing what happens, bouncing. It's those big second chances that St. Albert really needs to start getting that, capitalizing on that.
When you check out that dipsy-do from Rhodes, I know she had a move last week and they're still picking equipment off the ice. She's just known to do that. She's got a great set of hands on her. Oakes drop pass over to Davidson. Gets that one up to Robertson, who brings the body to Pisani. Pisani throwing her hands up looking for a call there.
Yeah, Robertson not afraid to throw the body for Lloydminster. And, yeah, once they start to do that, it starts to get at least a little bit of pressure on St. Albert.
Changes now from Lloyd as St. Albert regroups in their own zone. Pisani's going to flip that one off the glass, and it does not get out until now. DeRees having trouble holding that line. And it's Brzozowski coming, and she drops it for Pisani. Good job to hold off Isley, and Pisani making a move. She's going to try and cut to the front of the net. Can't. She's stirred aside by Gilby. Good job there, and now support coming in from St. Albert's side. Oakes backhand. Doesn't leave the zone as Isley takes Lisis into the boards. Physical stuff is really rolling here now, and there's DeRees, the goal scorer, has that puck stripped off her stick by Goodwin. Boucher wide open. She's going to backpedal into the zone. Over across to Smith, who couldn't get all of that one. Just wide. Puck is still loose for McDonald. Battle for it ensues. It'll be Lloyd that wins that one. Davidson up ahead for Sandberg. Out of reach comes to McDonald, and that one had to be blockered aside. Pace of play is picking up in this one, partner. Both teams are trading opportunities. No one's found the back of the net yet in this period.
Yeah, pace of play and physicality. You're seeing a lot of little shots in the backs, a lot of sticks to the back of the legs. Like physicality's going through the roof right now.
And a little sloppy on both ends too, is they're just fighting to get that next goal. Lloyd, they're going to have to get a shot on net though if they want to. St. Albert doing a great job at suppressing them, yet to get on the board this period, as another one comes in and Misty Ray's just going to take the face off.
Yeah, once again, we're starting to see those little pushing and shoving right in front of the goalie as we look at our Tim Hortons replay. Yeah, it's Lloydminster. This is what happens when you can't get the puck out of the zone. And I just love St. Albert. 3 players just past the hash marks. There was a brief moment where there were 4 St. Albert players right past the hash marks in Lloydminster's zone. 1 defender back. They were trying their best to get something out of that. Yeah, that's incredible pressure from St. Albert.
They really like to challenge down low because they know they got the speed to come back defensively. It does burn them on occasion, but in a game where you know both sides are going to have tired bodies, they take the risk to try and get the lead. Reich working along there, does get back to Pisani. Pisani, though, challenged at the blue line. She will end up with it, but St. Albert's going to have to retreat and get reset here. Grinnell tip pass for Reich. Reich, head on a swivel. She's going to take a lap around the net. No passing options open, so she sends it to Pisani. Pisani will get shoved to the buds by Gorgonson, who takes a spill. And now bodies come in to fight for that puck. It's Lloyd that ends up with it. They're going to try and clear, but it's going to come out to Lisi's.
Great hustle by Lisi's to try to keep the puck in there. Yeah, it's all about that speed, but we'll see how long their legs are going to be doing in the next period.
I'd like to see Lloyd work a little harder at keeping the puck on their sticks before they make that pass. They're trying to clear the zone from behind the net, and they just don't have enough juice on it to get it out of there by the time it reaches the blue line, as we have Brzozowski who snuck in behind the defense, but good job by Oaks to come back. Oaks, a player I haven't seen a lot of this year, but quite a tremendous skater, and she's probably been the best defenseman on the ice so far for Lloyd, as Brzozowski tries to make a cut in there and can't. Brzozowski once again pressure, but it comes up to the point for McDonald. Takes that shot, and it's blocked by Isley. Up ahead for Smith. Smith sends an ice burner in. That'll miss the net. Welch for Lloyd will come up with it. Yet again, sends that one up, but not out. Smith trying to send a tip in front. Doesn't reach the net. McDonald on the loose puck. Battled by Isley. Shoved into the boards there. And now Boucher's going to come in to help.
That's looking like I don't think the refs are going to call anything for the rest of this game, and they're going to be letting stuff like that go.
Yeah, they've swallowed the whistle. Now they got to wait for it to pass first. Goodwin, cut to the center of the ice. Still keeps that puck on her stick. Rebound is there, and it's cleared by Lloyd.
Yeah, it's stuff like that, too, with Welch just throwing the puck, hoping for something, and it's a body right there, a big blue jersey.
Don't be afraid to skate with it. Oaks behind her net. And it's really cost this Lloyd team. It's as you know, it's much harder to have to work in your own zone, as a chance came in there, just steered wide.
White, it's been 13 minutes, no shots on net for Lloydminster, and what appears to be about 14 for St. That seems crazy, the amount of opportunities. Holy mackerel. We got a whole lot of Tim Hortons probably replay stuff going on here. One of the many shot opportunities for St. Albert. As we see Goodwin skating through, just slicing, and this exactly, that McDonald right to the crest, just hoping for something to happen. And yeah, just throw the puck on net, see what happens. But this has been entirely, I would say 100% St. Albert this period.
You really got to keep your head up if you're going to make passes like that. As Reich sneaks one in just behind the bar. Caught Misty Ray cheating off the post. Not a lot of daylight, but she found it.
Excellent work for Reich, too, keeping on it. Like, this has been St. Albert the entire time. Just stay with the puck, stay with the play, hope for the best, throw it on net, see what happens. And that was I'm shocked that it's not 5-1. Like, this has been a lot of, as mentioned, sloppy play. Misty Ray making some saves, defense getting in the way, but this was inevitable. There was no way this was not going to happen.
Shots now 22-4 for the St. Albert Slash. They have a 2-1 lead here with 6.5 minutes left to play in the second period, a period that has been all St. Albert. I feel like Lloyd is in the St. Albert zone for the first time in what feels like an eternity.
Yeah, about 15 minutes right before the period started.
Shot comes wide, and St. Albert's back on the puck, but Lloyd maybe feeling the foot on the throat now. They've picked up the speed, and they're going to send that one back into the St. Albert zone. They're going to have to get really working out here. Grinnell left side. Tried to center that one. Bouncing puck comes over to Mann. Mann's pass picked off there by Lisi's. Sent back into the zone. Another pass will come, and that'll be picked off by Cadu. Robertson takes that shot. Had a lot of heat on it, but just high. Lloyd still looking for their first one of the period.
You start to think about what's going through Maltese's mind, though. You haven't faced a shot in 15 minutes.
And there she gets one now, and a bit of a tricky one.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure, too. Time slows down in that moment.
If you're Lloyd, you don't gotta worry about getting that perfect shot off, because right now you see him gripping the sticks. Just send him on net. Good things happening. Here comes Cassidy Rhodes. She's breaking in behind Davidson. One hand on the stick. Almost makes the move while falling. The net's off its moorings. And whistle will be called. Cassidy Rhodes hauled down in front of the net. Great individual effort to get there. Yeah. Take a look at the Tim Hortons replay. And she was streaking. She caught Davidson flat-footed, but Davidson, such a long stick, able to disrupt that play.
Oh, it's so close that last second there, trying to do something miraculous. She got shades of Ovechkin in that goal, and he was completely out of it. That was incredible effort.
And she has had an incredible effort all night, that Cassidy Rhodes. Got the original goal for St. Albert. She has just been buzzing all night.
Absolutely dangerous.
Pass up to the point, reaches Smith, and I think that one thing that's been going St. Albert's way that hasn't been going to Lloyd's is the bad passes haven't killed St. Albert tonight. Even that one we had just seen moments ago, inadvertent pass that didn't need to be made, but nobody in the right spot for Lloyd to make the pick.
Yeah, it's almost like St. Albert has a extra sensory perception. They just seem to know exactly where the puck is going to go.
And they're just swallowing on this Lloyd defense. You see them sending more than one player every time, really making them have to speed up the decisions, and it's really paid off so far in this one. 2-1 lead with just 4.5 minutes to go. Lloyd will clear that puck. Foot race for it. Smith's going to win it. Smith keeps her head up. She's got pass options open, and see how she waits for the pass lane to open and then fires it off. That's just something that St. Albert's been doing so good all night. Duries, your goal scorer, has that pass picked by Hall. Hall has a tendency to draw players on her own team offside because she likes to make so many moves, especially at the line. It was a good job there to retreat because she saw bodies creeping over and she knew she wasn't going to make it. Neffem taking her time there. Sandberg's all over her. Help coming from Cadu, but Sandberg will slap that one, picked off by Pisanian. She is dumped by Sandberg, cross-check to the back. Starting to wonder what it's going to take to get a penalty for either side here tonight. Duries loses that one. Meffem comes up with it, tries to send that one off the boards. It will be touched, and it will go down for an icing. There's another close one there. Lloyd, 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. They're going to get a draw in the St. Albert zone. They got one shot so far this period, but all they need is one to tie.
That's exactly it, Wyatt. It was all St. Albert to start the game 1-0, and all it takes is that one goal. Now all of a sudden you're on your heels again. This is a critical face-off for Lloydminster.
And if you're St. Albert, you got to worry that you haven't pulled ahead in this one. Lloyd has stayed right there with them, even though St. Albert has been the better team tonight, but it's not always the better team that wins, and Lloyd is trying to prove that now. They could still come out. They got 23 minutes to get something going here.
As I told you in intermission, hockey is a cruel, cruel game.
And there's a famous quote by Brian Hall. It applies to football. I think it also applies to hockey. And it's, you may love hockey, but hockey does not love you. As that pass is centered, Misty Ray has to be sharp again. The puck is still loose behind the net. And now it's Pollard. She lost control of that one. Backhand feed just poked ahead by Goodwin. Good sense there to get a stick in the way as Oaks would have been off to the races.
Yeah, as mentioned, it's that ESP. They seem to just know.
Another puck sent in here, and you can see the tired legs on both sides here waiting as period almost is about to expire. We got 2 minutes to go here, and both are looking for a much-needed break, especially down so many players.
And it's not even that Lloydminster. It might not look like they're skating that much when they're trapped in their zone, but you better believe it. Their legs are gunning it, trying to get something happening. They're just as tired as St. Albert.
It's almost harder when you have to work in your own zone because of the pressure, as well as the shot comes in there. Dangerous one. And that's all it takes, partner. An inch lower, and that one might have handcuffed Maltese.
Yeah, critical last 2 minutes of the period for Lloydminster to get at least something going and go into the intermission feeling like you did something good.
Momentum can carry over period to period. Let's see what happens here as we have a 2-on-1 developing, and Hall has Reich. Hall takes that shot, tried to go glove. Denied by Misty Ray. Read that all the way. Hall waited a little too long to make the pass, and it might have bit her there.
Great save, though, from Ray to at least track it and not bite and try to think and not worry about the pass.
And maybe a bit of a stat book on Hall is she is a shoot-first player, led the league in goals last season.
All right, as we look at our Tim Hortons replay, let's look at that one more time here. Yeah, Hall, good job, Ray, trusting the defenseman. And, yeah, just that little shot, good blocker save. But, yeah, last second, might have wanted to get that shot off a little bit better while he had a little bit of net on the right-hand side.
Face-off, we'll call that a draw, but it does come out to St. Albert. Flipped across to the boards with nobody there, and, man, her pass is picked by Cadu. Puck still loose. Lloyd playing that one off the glass. Up but not out once again as Boucher hustled hard to keep that one in play. This line's in a bit of a blender now for St. Albert as we see Boucher now playing with Cadu and Przovsky. Goodwin will come out there. We got a minute left here to play. Both teams looking for one more, and now it's Welby coming down the other way for Lloyd. Welby using the defenseman as a screen, but that one goes off the glass. I think a little bit of interference as that shot off the heel of the stick, and now here comes St. Albert once again. It's Jenna Goodwin. She's going to blow right past Madeline Madden, takes a move to the side, takes that shot off the post. On her forehand, just couldn't connect. 30 seconds remaining here. Almost a heartbreaker, those goals in the last minute.
Yeah, it's like time was frozen. It's like we were watching something already on our Tim Hortons instant replay, but she was just going fast.
Poor Olivia, man. Jenna Goodwin is a cheat code out there. 10 seconds left here to go. Let's see if St. Albert's got time to get one more on net. It won't appear so as Lloyd clears the zone, and that's just going to about do it here, partner, as time expires on the clock. Lloyd coming with some pressure right at the end, and it just wasn't enough as St. Albert takes the 2-1 lead. Look here at the Tim Hortons replay, and Jenna Goodwin's got so much speed and espresso right to her veins, and she rings that one off the post.
Yeah, it wants that back, guaranteed. That was absolute domination from St. Albert, though. Lloydminster is going to need to get some ice on the legs, get some heat packs, try to get something going, get ready, and try to get a good bounce off to start the third.
And the good news for them is it's a 2-1 hockey game. Plenty of hockey left to play here. We got 20 minutes down, left, 40 minutes in the book here. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast. My name is Wyatt Ziegler. I'm your play-by-play man. Donovan Ekstrom on the color, Alex Testowich our switch, and Rob Zitlow our director. We'll be back for the third period. welcome back. Third period about to get underway here at the Go Auto Arena. Here's a bit of your goal summary recap of the scoring as we've seen a couple of beautiful chances from St. Albert that period. Not a lot on the Lloyd side, Donovan.
I was going to say more than a couple. Oh, there's been probably, I'd say, an easy half, or probably like 2 dozen. Just incredible work just from St. Albert. Good crisp passing. Could pass maybe just a little bit more instead of trying to take that shot in the last second. But can't argue with the results. It should be, I think, more shots on net. See what happens.
Yeah, we really have to see a lot more offense from Lloyd here. As a majority of these replays, you're going to see shots coming in from St. Albert. They took it to the Lloyd Steelers. As you see that goal come in from Allie Wright, because she just squeezed that one in between the goaltender and the post. That made it 2-1. The assist on that from Kelsey Hall, and that did it for the scoring.
This was the one big opportunity, and it just dropped. Yeah, as you had mentioned, just a couple more inches, you would suddenly have a completely different game, back to 2-2. But this, just absolutely unfair Goodwin, as if it was just time froze. That was like a statue for man.
Yeah, put on the afterburners, blew by Olivia Mann. Unfair at times could be Jenna Goodwin. You see why she's one of the leading scorers on this team. 4 goals and an assist. She's dangerous. Had a point a game last year as a rookie, 30 and 30. Already committed to the University of Clarkson next year, or the year after. Committed as a rookie, something you don't see very, very often, but when you're that good, teams want to scoop you up early.
Yeah, I think you can definitely see why she made it. Just absolutely wreaking havoc for poor Lloydminster. And Lloydminster needs to get off on a good start. They can't afford to be flat-footed again. They need to not just make a pass immediately. Just take a breath when you get the puck and make some magic happen. Opening
face-off here in the third period underway. We already have the period's first icing, Donovan. 7 seconds into this one.
It's going to be more. I just know it. It's going to be one of those 30 icings and then 15 minutes of nonstop action.
Well, the wonderful thing is about that, it gives you plenty of time to break down the game and discuss.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Doing what I'm meant to do.
Born to do. Face off there, won by St. Albert. Back in their own zone. Chip pass by McDonald doesn't get through now. Smith has to turn around. That one went off her skate, took a odd hop. Lead pass over to McDonald. She does get through, steps past the half, and she'll send that one in. Jacqueline Scott first on it for Lloyd. She'll flip it by Jenna Goodwin to the open spot, but out of the reach of everybody except for Kelsey Hall. Kelsey Hall tries to dip and a doodle, and she falls. Pollard knocking down a player on the way in. Breaking ankles like Steph Curry out there. Sends it out front, and shot, and she scores! Darby Robertson all alone in front, and she put it home.
Yes, when it comes to talking about capitalizing on opportunities, a couple of St. Albert players losing control, falling, puck staying back there, and just all alone slot. When I mentioned Lloydminster needed to get off on a good start, I think this is exactly what I was saying to make it at least a competitive game.
And now we have ourselves a game here. Goals are 2-2 in this one, and St. Albert, they had their foot on the throat of Lloyd, but couldn't finish him off. It's not the size of the fight in the dog, but the
size of the bite. Something like that.
For Mabel Maltese, that one bites because that was the first shot she saw this period. Hasn't been busy, and it can be difficult at times to be sharp when you haven't faced a lot of pressure. Shots are 24-7 for St. Albert, despite it being a 2-2 hockey game.
And
size of fighting the dog is what I was trying to say.
It was something like that. Looking at the Tim Hortons replay, as you see, just bodies falling all over the place. And all alone. And that's, I think, the issue with St. Albert, too, is that sort of that aggressive, they want to get bodies on people. They want to try to have it. And you have 3 St. Albert players behind the net, and then just leave somebody alone in the slot. That is not any fault on Maltese. That shot's going to go in 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, there's no one scoring from behind the net. As another shot comes in, Maltese had to be careful there, and she wasn't, and it scores. All of a sudden, Lloydminster jumps out to a 3-2 lead.
Hockey is a cruel, cruel sport wide, but now you're starting to see Lloydminster playing identical. Oh, and that Tim Hortons replay. Puck's still in play, and now in net. Now we have ourselves a completely different game.
Poor Maltese in this one. She's faced 3 shots this game. This period, she's got 2 goals against as head coach Dan Ockerberg. He's going to take a timeout. He's got to settle his girls down here, getting a little too complacent with the way they've been playing. Take another look here at the Tim Hortons replay. Take a couple looks at the goals here. That first one from Robertson absolutely fired that one home. And you're right, Donovan. 3 players playing below the goal line. How are you going to make a defensive stop there?
Yeah, and once again, just throwing the puck on net. Lloydminster, that was almost like the opposite of what was happening. They couldn't get a shot on net. Now they've gotten 3 quickly in a minute and a half. Just throw the puck on net, see what happens. And voila, now you have yourself a 3-2 game.
And there you go, your player to watch, Jade Sandberg, no relation to Andy. She provides her team with the game-leading goal here. 18:30 still left to play here in the 3rd period. Lloyd's got on the board twice.
It's just, I'm in a daze. I feel like I just took a puck to the head. Unreal.
I think they could hear you harping on them from up here, Donovan, and they decided to shut you up.
Yeah, no, I'm one of the few times in my life where I don't know what to say.
I'm blown away. I have to say, like, it's a completely different team that we've seen come out here. I gotta wonder if they brought a second squad, they changed jerseys and came out here for the 3rd period, because Lloyd has taken control.
And you're starting to see, too, St. Albert's starting to make those, you're getting the grip on the stick a little bit much. You're just trying to get the puck. You're trying to get something started. It's like the opposite of what they've been playing this whole time. It's, I think the timeout was a good idea just to get that breath, to calm down. It's like everything's fine. We're still killing it, but Lloydminster is starting to smell blood.
And now we got the captain out there, Allie Reich, for St. Albert. She's going to be charged with trying to calm her team down. Dangerous players. Another shot almost came in, steered aside to the wide, and sent right into the center again. And now you see Lloyd getting a lot more bodies in front, creating havoc here for St. Albert's. Grinnell breaks in through the Lloyd line, takes that shot high and wide. And there we have an example. If you're going to take that shot, you got to hit the net. You miss high and wide, and now your team has to reset.
Yeah, it's the opposite of what they're playing, just like Lloyd did for the first 2 periods. Just bad passing and just throwing it on net and not getting even close.
And now the momentum is 100% on the Lloyd side, as maybe Maltese is going to cover that one.
Yeah, looking at this Tim Hortons replay, yeah, that pass, it's you could just switch the jerseys for the last 2 periods. This looks identical to what we were experiencing here, and now Lloydminster just gunning it.
And I know we were saying in the intermission, it's got to be frustrating if you're the goaltender, Misty Ray. You're putting on a clinic at the other end. Your team unable to do anything for you, and they've really paid off. Their patience has anyways, as Lloyd has taken control of this game 3-2. St. Albert now having to play on their toes. Puck comes over to Scott, cross-ice pass, and that was shot by Gorickson. Mabel Maltese never saw that. Cadu behind the net. She's going to get over to Lisi's. She's got to settle that bobbling puck down. Can't get it cleanly as the pass up ahead for Rhodes, just out of reach. Foot race be won by Scott. The wave off the icing. I expect to see a lot of Rhodes this period. She's had most of the jump for St. Albert tonight. And dangerous, dangerous players. She has the puck on her stick now. Backhand feed over Brzozowski. Just holds the line, sends one in. That one will be steered up and out of play. Face-off will come in the Lloyd zone. 16:30 remaining here in a period that has been all Lloydminster.
Yeah, this has been finally good, crisp passing for the first time in a while. And Misty Ray having to make a save. I think that St. Albert needs to start getting at least a couple of those shots, even if it's at the point, just to get something on net to start getting that confidence back.
As we see the lines in back in the blender once again, and that top line reunite of McDonald, Boucher, and Goodwin. Head coach Dan Ockenberg going back to his horses, hoping the hired guns can get something done. And there's Jenna Goodwin. She was dangerous that second period, had a glorious chance to kind of put this one out of reach, unable to capitalize, hitting the post, and Lloyd crawled back in this one and learned how to walk at the same time too.
Yeah, all those saves Misty Ray had made is almost like in banking. A lot of money, and now the interest from Lloydminster, it's unbelievable.
And not just the interest from Lloydminster, but the interest up here as well, because we got ourselves a hockey game now. Kelsey Hall has that one picked off her stick. She gets dumped behind the play from Patterson. Ref does have his hand up. I think that's the first penalty we've seen since the first minute of that first period. They've really been letting the girls play, but now things are going to start to tighten up here in a close game.
Yeah, if we start, you can see Lloydminster probably being a little bit confused, being like, oh, this has been the way we've been playing the whole time. What's going on? But, yeah, numbers right there. I think you just had to get a little bit more oomph to it, that the refs were like, oh, I guess that should probably be a call.
And now St. Albert's going to go to the power play for the second time tonight. They are 0 for 1 on the man advantage.
Critical power play for St. Albert. They need a goal on this one.
They'll win the face-off. Pisani will get that over to her partner, McDonald. McDonald sends that one along the ice, looking for a tip. Nobody there, though. Allie Reich making a quick cut to get away from DeReese. She's going to center that one for Hall and able to get the stick on that. McDonald on it once again, gets it over to Goodwin. Goodwin pinned to the boards by Davidson there. St. Albert still with the puck on their stick. 5 players below the hash marks. A shot comes in, a rebound is there. Another one is steered to the side. Sandberg doing some dirty work behind the net. She was taking on 2 slash players. Allie Reich still in the puck. She leaves it for Goodwin. Goodwin pressured there by Scott, and she's going to remain on the puck. Gets it over to Pisani. Back over to Goodwin. Goodwin will just send that one down low. Separating her from the self from the puck was Reich. Gets it up to Pisani. And she's blown away, and now DeReese is going to have a chance. 1-on-0. DeReese walks in, tries to move to the backhand. Another save there by Maltese. DeReese a couple of moves in front of the net, and Maltese stayed with her the entire way.
Yeah, those are the saves that you're going to be needing. Yeah, Pisani just letting the puck sneak by. DeReese all alone trying. I almost held it a little bit too long. But Maltese making the most important save. Great job, too, from Callie McDonald, just throwing the body there, trying to get anything.
Really put the pressure there on DeReese to get that shot off. Maybe being a little too fancy with the hands there. And she lost a bit of control of the puck, but St. Albert gets a break, and you got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good. And right there, they kind of lucked out. 45 seconds left here to go on the power play. Lisi's with the puck, gets it over to Smith. Smith centers that one for Grinnell, takes that shot, doesn't find its way through. Puck is still loose, and it will be cleared. Good job by Lloyd as Lisi's is unaware where the puck was. Gilby, danger as she was streaking in. Brzozowski stops up. She's waiting for a change to be made. It's Meffam that needs to come back out on the ice, and she's going to grab the puck first. 15 seconds left here to go on the power play. An uneventful one for St. Albert.
Yeah, I think you're starting to see them try to do a little bit too much. I just get a shot on net at this point.
And here comes the speedy Goodwin. Walks in, takes that shot right into the crest.
Yeah, now you get the puck back in Lloydminster's zone. You can take a little bit of a breath, but my goodness is Jenna Goodwin so speedy.
It doesn't take her long to get up to that top speed either. You see 3 or 4 strides that she's already reached, and she can coast by players that are still going full speed. It's incredible to watch her skate. I wish I had the same set of feet as she does. Scott over to Patterson. Gets over to DeReese. Another shot. Tried to aim for that same post corner, and that one will be stopped by Maltese. You can't fool her twice. Up ahead to Boucher. She got McDonald on the left side with her, waiting for everyone to come in as shot comes in there. That one's saved by Ray. Boucher still on that loose puck. She's got McDonald over the side, tried to find her. Allie Wright from the center takes that shot in the slot, and it's saved by Ray. Body's in front, but she was in great position to make that stop, and she does.
Yeah, you're starting to see St. Albert's just getting puck on net, see what happens. Hopefully you'll see old-fashioned Misty Ray letting those big rebounds happen. I think that's what they're hoping for.
Face-off coming to the left of the aforementioned Ray. She has been sharp tonight. 27 saves on 29 shots, kept her team in this one, gave them enough time to come back as well, as we're going to have a penalty coming up to Kelsey Hall. She knocked the stick out of the hands of Olivia Mann, and for the first time tonight, St. Albert's going to the box, and Lloyd with a chance to put their foot on the throat of St. Albert with just 12:49 remaining here in the third period.
Yeah, it's you can't hit the hand. It's all it takes. So it's a rough call. It's a rough penalty, but especially for how aggressive this game has been, I was like, they might let that go, but they might be starting to tighten down a little bit.
And now St. Albert, the ever-important kill. This is their first one of the night, and they're going to need to make it. They're going to have about 10:49 remaining in the period to even things up if they do kill this one off. And if not, they're going to have to get even harder to work.
Yeah, Lloydminster is looking like a completely different team. It's they are speedy. Speedy, lack of flat feet as well.
And no fear going into the third period as well. Like they knew they were down a goal. They didn't want to get blown out here in St. Albert as they were getting worked for most of the game, but now they've really started to bring the pressure as another shot comes in but doesn't reach the net. Oakes over to Mann. Mann shot blocked there by Reich. Reich, couple of efforts at it, trying to get that puck out. Eventually does reach her stick. She's going to make a couple of moves, and she's going to take this one out of the zone herself. Moving 1-on-3, tried to make a cut there, but Mann, sharp, knocked that puck off her stick. Pressure coming in and a bit over-skated there as Cadu had a chance to steal that one. And now it's Robertson coming in. Drops that one for Pollard. That shot won't reach the net. Pisani back on the loose puck. Bunch of bodies in there fighting. We'll see if it comes out, and it does to St. Albert. Loose in the slot, and it's Pisani that'll come up with it. She's going to make a move. She's going to try and get around Gorgeson. Unable to do so, though, as puck was bobbling on her stick. Jade Cadu, the support, comes in. Makes a move around the net, creates some separation from Scott. She's going to try and wrap it around the other side now. The power kill for St. Albert coming out with just 30 seconds remaining on the power play for Lloyd.
I was curious to see if they'd keep doing that, especially being down one, but yeah, they're still trying to maintain that high pressure.
They don't want to stop the aggression in this one. 15 seconds remain here in the power play. Maltese will play that one, and St. Albert will clear the zone. Rhodes on Davidson, knocked that puck off her stick, but wasn't in a good enough position to reach that one. Comes over and steals it off another Lloyd's player's stick, and she gets dragged down by Patterson. St. Albert out of the box. It's Grinnell who comes out. She'll make the change for Goodwin. That puck comes right to her, and she's going to step into the Lloyd zone. Wraparound attempt. Just gets the pad on that is Ray, as Goodwin unable to get the full sneak around.
Yeah, we'll have to see that one more time. I actually think that the pad wasn't right against the post. We'll see that. Great job. Yeah, just that little space there. Unreal. Good luck for Misty Ray, but now you're starting to see St. Albert trying to just get that final, that goal to tie her up.
Gorgson working behind the net, and that's going to be a penalty as Boucher throws her head to the sky. Got that one in between the skates of Gorgson, and that's a bad penalty to take 200 feet away from your own net.
Oh, it is not the time to take that. And yeah, right there, right on it. That's going to be called 100% of the time. Even in a game like this where the whistles have been pretty swallowed, that's going to be a penalty every time.
Referee's not letting the girls play as much in this one. Only one penalty through the first 45 minutes of action, and we've had 3 in about the last 5 here now. Face-off won by St. Albert. Jenna Goodwin trying to pick up speed and get around Oakes. Oakes, though, pokes that puck off her stick. Goodwin still on it, making a move behind the net. Tries to center that one over the head of everybody, and St. Albert's going to have to get back down there in a hurry as Lloyd is still on the power play. That puck hit a skate and stays in play. Allie Wright coming up with it. Tremendous penalty killer for the St. Albert Slash. They're going to lean on her hard here in the last 10 minutes.
You have to start thinking, though, the shortened bench, just how much this power kill, the pressure is doing to their legs.
And unfortunately for St. Albert, you can't shorten the bench any further with the amount of players missing. So you're going to have to roll all your lines still and hope the offense comes as well. Walking in Wilby, gets it over to Gilby. A shot doesn't reach the net. St. Albert catching a bit of a break there as Lloyd had numbers coming down their way. 1 minute left here to go on the Lloyd power play. 0 for 1 so far tonight. And that puck will be sent all the way down for an icing. St. Albert now, 48 seconds left to kill on the penalty. 9:14 left to go in the period. They're going to get a face-off in the Lloyd zone. They'll have Rhodes and Brzezowski out there and Meffam and Smith on the blue line. Face-off to the left of Ray is won by Lloyd. It'll be man. Lead pass up ahead to Pollard. She's got two bodies on her from St. Albert. And Brzezowski will rub her off the puck. Comes over to Meffam, who will just clear that one. Wise decision, and Rhodes is in a foot race with it, and she'll get to the puck first. Hauled down. And Lloyd will get it out of their zone. Not for long, though, as Smith backhands that one back in. Robertson, she had the second goal, the equalizer in this one, and she takes another shot, and that'll be saved by Maltese.
Yeah, Robertson and Patterson have both been sensational for Lloydminster, as we see on this Tim Hortons replay. You're starting to see a little bit of swagger with Lloyd. And I think they're starting to think, they start to believe. I think they're starting to believe Wyatt. I think they started having that faith. We'll see if they can try to get that dagger.
Now Austin Powers has his mojo back in this one. Face-off won by Lloyd, comes over to Gorgson. Tried to send an ice burner along. Ali Reichel easily blocked that one. Lloyd stays on the puck. A bit of a questionable call coming here to St. Albert.
Yeah, compared to the last 45 minutes of hockey, I can understand the trip. I can understand the slash, but
that one's just a race for the puck, and
yeah, they've been pretty good on understanding that there's going to be some physical contact. But on this Tim Hortons replay, it's not really it's a pretty rough time for that call for sure. I think just as the penalty was over.
Yeah, not sure if Callie McDonald tripped her or if Jade Sandberg stepped on the stick, but either way, Lloyd's going to go to the power play for the third time this period. They didn't have a power play for the other two periods, and now they've got themselves a lead, and time is dwindling here in St. Albert. Referees, you can hear him calling for the puck to be moved. It's pinned along the board. St. Albert doing anything they can to kill time off this clock, and Ali Reich is going to get away. She's got Jenna Goodwin with her. Ali Reich and Goodwin. Reich makes a move, leaves it for Goodwin at the side of the net and just couldn't connect. We've been worried about underpassing. That was a time when you should have shot. Ali Reich, a glorious chance to get this thing going. A 2-on-0 on the penalty kill. Now DeRees tries to center that one. Great defensive play by Meffam to interrupt that pass.
Oh, what a crazy little bit of events there. Right, I almost think that she didn't even have control of it. It looked like it might have been a pass. You almost think she got to shoot it just that little bit earlier. Don't try to do anything fancy, especially right now.
Boucher in there doing work. She took a penalty earlier in this period. Team is able to kill that one off. Let's see if she can help kill off this one as well. She battles in with Gorgson. She's got to wait for her players to get it back on side. In behind the line was Hall. Smith will slap that one down the ice. 30 seconds left here to go on the penalty. Lloyd having a hard time getting anything established right now. St. Albert really bringing the pressure as Jade Cadu loses her stick there. Lloyd catching a bit of a break.
It is that patented power kill of the St. Albert slash, just non-stop aggression.
As we see, Cadu makes another pick there. She's got Rhodes with her, and that pass will miss everybody, and it'll come out to Pollard. Challenged by Meffam, but she will get it in. Smith first on it for St. Albert's going to fire it around the boards, up but not out. And she's got it pinned to the boards, but nobody was coming to put pressure on, and that'll do it for the power play for Lloyd. They are 0 for 3 on the night. St. Albert shooting themselves in the foot a couple of times this period, but they're still in it.
Yeah, on this Tim Hortons replay, we'll see that wonderful chance. I got to see this one more time as Reich. Yeah, oh yeah, it did look like she was trying to get that pass there. A little bit too fancy.
Beautiful job by Gorgson, who came back. I think she got it just enough of her stick on Goodwin's stick on Reich's stick to disrupt that play and probably saved a goal. As that puck dangerously comes out, shot pass Doesn't find its way through. McDonald's got a streak, and Goodwin fans on the pass. Eyes to the sky as St. Albert's gripping the sticks a little too tight in this third period. Tensions are starting to rise here. Bronwyn Boucher takes down a Lloyd player behind the net. She's going to go back to the box in this one. St. Albert not doing themselves any favors in this third period.
Yeah, it's the frustration that you're starting to see. You just got to walk away. You can't just try to get that little oomph right after the whistle. It makes sense, and I get it. You've done everything in your power to make this. This game should be 8-3, but you can't let that frustration boil over.
And this St. Albert team has not looked the same since Lloyd put up the equalizer. It was deflating like someone popped their balloon. And ever since then, it's just been all Lloyd. They had 4 shots going into this period. They've now got 13.
Yeah, it's like a completely different team out there. They are. It is electric. You can certainly feel the energy from them.
And now St. Albert's going to have to kill off one more. That being said, they have had some of their better chances this period on the penalty kill as Allie Reich will keep that one in the Lloyd zone. She's watching Jacqueline Scott like a hawk.
This might have been a different strategy from Boucher, perhaps knowing that they do quite well on the penalty kill. A little unorthodox.
Yeah, maybe even a cheeky coaching by Dan Ockenberg saying, go out there, take the penalty. We're fine on the kill. Haven't been burned yet. They're perfect 3 for 3 as Jacqueline Scott walks in, takes a shot on Maltese, who's been far more busy this period. Give her credit. She had the 2 goals in the first 3 shots. Hard to blame a goaltender after being so, I don't want to say bored this game, but pretty close to, and she has stood tall since.
Smart move by Scott just to get the play now in St. Albert's zone, because obviously it's not working when the play is going.
And that could be another strategy by Lloyd. Slow things down here. I mean, St. Albert's a fast team. You don't want to, get more whistles, get more face-offs. Don't let them run their legs around you and make changes and have tired bodies out there. It's Olivia Mann on it. Rhodes is all over her. Oakes behind the net as well. Lloyd looking a little discombobulated here on the power play when they're trapped in their own zone. Pisani dangerously, she's turning around. She left that one for Rhodes, and Rhodes has that pass picked by Pollard. Someone's got to watch out for Robinson. Back doors, it comes over to her, but she's unable to find it. Almost scripted that one. It almost became a 4-2 hockey game as Scott still has the puck. That one batted aside by Pisani. And that's the dangers when you're playing so far above the puck. You got to come back. Lloyd almost making this a 4-2 hockey game. And that puck is sent all the way down the ice. 15 seconds left here to go in the kill.
Yeah, that's the risk-reward factor.
4 minutes here left on the game clock. St. Albert running out of time to get things evened up here. We're going to get a stoppage in play. 3 seconds remain on the penalty to Bronwyn Boucher.
We need to see this one more time. Robertson. Oh, so close. Just bouncing through. Good job by St. Albert, though, getting the sticks in there to at least make it not an automatic 4-2 game.
And what a feed by Gilby as well. How that pass found its way through is beyond me, but St. Albert catches a bit of a break here, down 3-2. Boucher out of the box now. She's on the ice. Lloyd controlling that puck, and Mann will send it in. Her team looking to make some changes as Smith starts behind her own net. Gets it up to Boucher. Touch pass over to Hall. Hall's pass can find his way through originally, but she does get it on the stick of Reich. Reich stops up, makes a shot, takes that shot towards the net, and it's saved. The rebound is loose. Gorgson leaves that for her partner, Mann. Touch pass up ahead here, and now it's Welsh. Sends that one in. Lisi's first on it for St. Albert. 3 minutes left on the game clock. Mabel Maltese looking over at the head coach, wondering when she's going to come out in this one. Lloyd sends it back in. They're challenging St. Albert to start a breakout. And so far they've been unable to, as everyone is just gripping the stick a little too tight and overskating that puck. Goodwin over to Smith. Up ahead for Cadu. Backhand pass reaches McDonald. McDonald in the slot, takes that shot, will go behind the net. St. Albert looking to make some changes here. 2.5 minutes left to go in the third. Pisani over to Brzozowski. That pass reaches the center, and Lloyd's going to get that one out. It'll be Patterson who's sneaking in. She's got to beat Metham, and she's going to send that one to the open corner. Almost gets that pass back into her slot, but Metham, a good job with that long stick to disrupt the play.
Yeah, you're almost seeing Lloyd just throwing the puck on net, or just throwing, like, just keep the play going, clog up the neutral zone. Just keep bodies, make it almost like a gritty hockey game just to get those last 2 minutes. As there's 2 minutes left in the game.
Lloyd's best and worst friend right now is the clock. We got less than 2 minutes remaining. Maltese is creeping out of her net. Taking a look over to the bench, but St. Albert coaches haven't even took a look at her yet. Allie Reich with a steal there and unable to find it. Was Boucher who overskated the puck, and now Mann comes in. She's manhandled though by Goodwin, and now it's St. Albert that's going to come the other way. It's Kelsey Hall. Hall working on the left side, gets past Gilby. St. Albert making a change, minute 23 left here to go. Hall, Dipsy, doodles, that puck is loose, gets the shot across, but it doesn't reach the net. Time ticking off the clock here in St. Albert as they try to keep that one in the zone, and Lloyd is going to break out. Deriz, she's got a goal in this one. Deriz fakes the shot, takes it, and it's blocked by McDonald. Puck is still loose, and it comes over to Rhodes. She opened up the goal scoring tonight. She's going to leave it ahead for Goodwin. 1 minute left to go. Goaltender is leaving the net for St. Albert. Puck loose in front, banked off the boards, and we got a whistle coming here as the net is knocked off of its moorings.
I almost think, pulling the goalie when they had that initial setup for 2 minutes left, you got to try to get as much pressure on here. As we look at the Tim Hortons replay, bodies flying, everything's going, goalies pulled. Lloydminster is definitely getting the game I think they want for this last 60 seconds. Really just a gritty turtle effort, but throwing everything that you can.
And for St. Albert, it's unfortunate this game only wasn't 40 minutes and 30 seconds long, because it's been all Lloyd since that time. They got a 6-on-5 here. As referee blew the play dead. Too many men out on the ice for St. Albert. They had 7 bodies out there.
Well, if you can make it work, do it.
You know what they say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough.
Exactly. Good moral lessons from Wyatt.
Face-off one there by St. Albert. It's controlled by Hall. Takes the sharp angle shot, and it misses the net. Pisani pressured there by Pollard. Puck is still loose. 40 seconds left to go here. Unable to clear, and Goodwin's got on her stick. Goodwin, left side, takes a shot, and a save there by Ray.
Misty Ray doing everything that she can. That was a good tracking of the puck as well. You can just see the benches too. Lloydminster is jumping, feeling it as we look here at that incredible shot from Hall. But no dice, and yeah, just nonstop pressure. It's going to be that way, I guarantee it, for the next 36.3 seconds.
And that's all the time they got to tie this one up, partners. That puck bobbled the blue line, but it is held in. Sent below the goal line to Boucher. Gets it over to Hall. Down right behind the goal line. Centers that one in front. The puck is loose and it's in the net! What a goal! How did that one go in?
Oh my goodness! That's unbelievable. I need to see that again on replay. Oh.
22.7 seconds left here. We got ourselves a tie game.
Looked like it was almost like a wraparound, but just throwing the puck to the front. And yeah, just sticks there. It looked like there were about 5 players, just the sticks there. Unreal.
Take your pick on who scored that one.
It could be anybody. I think the rest are going to be talking about that. Oh.
I don't think it matters for St. Albert either way. They're just happy that one in. You see, we got Goodwin with the pressure in front. We also got Hall. Might have went off of one of their sticks, but we also see Jacqueline Scott there laying on the ice. Chance it could have banked off a Lloyd player, but it doesn't matter in this one. As we see Momo set for overtime.
Oh.
Goodwin breaking into the zone. She's hauled down in front. St. Albert looking for a call. They're not going to get one with 10 seconds left here.
That looked similar to some prior plays.
Trying to create some last-second separation, but that's going to do it here for the third period, partner. Oh. And we're going to see some overtime. St. Albert, a flair for the dramatics, had to wait to the last minute to get things tied up, but they do.
Oh, my goodness gracious. St. Albert, definitely that wonderful sigh of relief, and Misty Ray a little bit frustrated here. We got to look at this Tim Hortons replay one more time.
What an effort to start by Pisani just to keep that puck in, and then the work. But partner, I want you to watch Misty Ray on this. His puck goes behind the net. She didn't know which post to cover originally. Makes too far of a slide over to one side, and unfortunately isn't able to get the slide back, and that kind of costs her right at the end.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of trust in your defense too. As a goalie, you try to, like, especially there. Honestly, if I was in that situation, I would have no idea what's going on. You're looking, you're trying to think, you're like, is there 10 seconds left? Is there a minute left? And all that pressure from St. Albert. Yeah, you're looking, hoping like defense will be there to at least clean it up. But,
that one's got to hurt for Misty Ray. She had almost a perfect period up until that point. So close to finishing off this St. Albert team and pulling off the upset. But now we're going to see 5 minutes of 4-on-4, and then we're going to see the shootout.
If possibly, yeah. No, that's just unreal. This has been one heck of a game. My first overtime. Wyatt, I'm giddy. I'm just so, I want more.
I'm not sure who's more nervous, the players down on the ice or you up here, Donovan.
I know, I'm pacing. This is exciting. I love it. But no, this has been absolutely incredible. We got to have more. We can't just stop at 3. We got to get that extra hockey in.
And we're going to get some of that, and it's going to be Lana Duriz, goal scorer for Lloyd. Jade Sandberg, goal scorer for Lloyd. Gorgeson and Jacqueline Scott to start it off.
And Hall, Reich, Rhodes maybe?
Smith and Lisi's looks to be the original pairing. We'll have Reich and Hall out there, the two speedsters.
Definitely. I see Rhodes coming in, though, if they get that quick shift change.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see what the pairings are for the rest of the period.
Yeah. Bunch of numbers. We'll figure out who got that goal.
Well, Reich and Hall got the assist, so I'm going to assume that Goodwin got the stick in front. We'll get official clarification for that. If not, you can check the AFHL website later on, see who got that tying goal. Lisi's pass up ahead to Hall, unable to control it cleanly, but she keeps it on her stick. Up ahead for Goodwin, but a great stick by Sandberg. Unable to pull off the hands move was Reich. She still has it, and she's taking a lap. Takes that shot high and just over the shoulder. I think Misty Ray might have even caught a piece of it. Both squads making changes. Reich unable to hold that one as she heads into the box. It'll be Goodwin out there, and Boucher is going to come out with her as well as Robertson takes that shot nowhere. Boucher first on the puck for St. Albert. Tried to shovel it out of the zone. She can't. Pile of snow there at the blue line. Held that one in.
Yeah, you can definitely see, too, just looking at the body language of the bench, St. Albert's jumping.
And here's a chance now developing. Boucher's got to beat Gorgeson. She does have support coming in. She's hauled down. Unable to get anything going. McDonald holds that one at the point, gets it over to Goodwin. Goodwin's got traffic in front, courtesy of Boucher. Short pass in front, moves to the backhand, unable to pull the trigger, and Callie McDonald finishes it off for St. Albert. 4-3 will be your final. Keep that puck on the ice, and it scores.
Oh, yeah, flair for the dramatic indeed, Wyatt. That was exciting. You could just feel it, though. If we look at this Tim Hortons replay, you could just feel this action that's starting to take place, this building tension, and just, yeah, throw the puck on net. Good things will happen.
It takes a start with that drive by Boucher to the net. Puck remains in the zone, courtesy of McDonald, who ends up with the goal. Goodwin, what a pass over across the hall. She knew exactly where she wanted to put that. I think it's actually Pisani who was streaking in. And then it was Misty Ray. It just opens the 5-hole enough for Callie McDonald to get on the board. That'll be her second goal of the year. This is a team that was playing without their best defenseman, Dale Ross. And I got to say, the D really stepped up today, especially that Callie McDonald.
Yeah, and especially in the third, when all heck was breaking loose, they held firm after the 3-2. I think they were the stabilizing force, as well as great timely saves from Maltese. But you are correct there. The defense really coming in strong when St. Albert needed it.
Now St. Albert will move to 8-0 in what was a tightly contested battle. And, you know, when you're 8-0, it's kind of these moments that make you really appreciate the win. And it shows you how much hard work it really takes into getting these. And they're not going to come easy, especially against the Lloydminster Steelers, who really waited till late on to start putting on the pressure. But when they did, they brought it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's easy to get 6-0 wins, 7-1, 8-0. But to come from behind with less than 30 seconds to go in a game that you dominated, that was absolutely a stellar job from St. Albert to not panic, to keep to their game plan, to keep that pressure going.
Callie McDonald gets your game winner here. It's Service Place inside the Go Auto Arena, and that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. My name is Wyatt Ziegler. I've been on your play-by-play. The wonderful Donovan Ekstrom has been rocking the color. Alex Testowich is our switch. Rob Zitlow is our director. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast, and we'll see you Sunday, 8:15 for a matchup against the Edmonton Pandas. Cassidy Rhodes skated that puck. And now it's Lloyd coming the other way. 2-on-1 developing, but Grinnell's off the bench. DeRees takes that shot and it scores off the post and in. There it is, partner. Lloyd's time.
This has been entirely, I would say 100% St. Albert this period.
You really got to keep your head up if you're going to make passes like that. As Wright sneaks one in just behind the bar. Caught Misty Ray cheating off the dip and a doodle, and she falls. Pollard knocking down a player on the way in. Breaking ankles like Steph Curry out there. Sends it out front, the shot, and she scores!
Out of 10.
Yeah, there's no one scoring from behind the net. As another shot comes in, Maltese had to be careful there, and she wasn't, and it scores. Goal line to Boucher. Gets it over to Hall. Down blank, behind the goal line, centers that one in front. The puck is loose, and it's in the net! What a goal! How did that one go? Gets it over to Goodwin. Goodwin's got traffic in front, courtesy of Boucher. Short pass in front, moves to the backhand, unable to pull the trigger, and Callie McDonald finishes it off for St. Albert. 4-3.